Let's talk about some of the reasons why it's important for you to take your mental health very seriously. And the very first thing we are going to talk about is the fact that mental health can affect your physical health. Yes, it can. Now, the thing is, every time you're battling with a mental health issues, you are less likely to take care of your physical health. And this is to say, sometimes eating disorders will creep in. A situation where you overeat or you undereat in order to, in order as a way of processing what you're feeling. If you undereat, that means at some point you're going to become deficient and it comes with its own challenges. Another point, you overeat, it comes with obesity, it comes with type 2 diabetes, especially if you're eating junk food. Very soon, cholesterol issues, and before you know it, you're not just battling with just your mental health, but your physical health, which in turn causes you to stress the more, think a lot. Before you know it, high blood pressure is coming in, your body starts to produce higher level of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and over time its effect can bring about heart diseases. For some people, when they are battling with mental health issues, what happens is they get addicted to drugs or to alcohol. Some people don't even take their bath, and all of these things have a way of damaging your physical health. For this reason, it's very important that if you have mental health challenges, please seek professional help. Talk to somebody about it. That is what is always recommended. Now, the second reason why you should take your mental health very seriously is the fact that it has the power to affect your relationships. Now, it doesn't just affect you, it affects those who are around you. For instance, when you are depressed, one of the way it manifests itself is that it leaves you in a place of it it flourishes in a space of isolation. That means you'll be mostly isolated and you will not have time to really take care of your family. And another thing it happens is where there's depression, anger and bitterness, it breeds anger and bitterness. And so, because your heart is overwhelmed and there's a lot of bitterness is in need. Every time that you're communicating with those around you, you're communicating from a place of bitterness, and bitterness has a way of repelling people away from you. Or if they're your immediate children that live with you, they can actually become exactly like you. Like it's a trauma that you're building up in them. They grow up with angry parents, and so they to become angry in the future. So take your mental health serious so that you do not pass it on. Now, the next reason why you need to take your mental health very serious is the fact that you will become inefficient if you break down mentally. Mhm. This is one thing when you notice with people who are depressed. Let me to use depression a lot in this video. The thing is, one of the signs that you are depressed will be the fact that you will notice that you lose interest in the things that you once enjoyed. This is a space where you see somebody who likes to go to work, somebody who likes to do activities in church, will all of a sudden stop participating in those things, or they become inefficient. They no longer give out their best. Or maybe you have a child who used to be very hardworking, and all of a sudden you realize that they are no longer meeting up with their chores and everything. It's because somehow they are depressed, and that depression has taken away their ability to be efficient. And this is the part where I talk to leaders and parents. If you're a leader of a group and you notice that someone who used to be very active has become withdrawn from the things they usually do, please reach out to them. Don't just yell at them. Find out what is going on within them. Even as a parent, you notice that your child is beginning to perform poor in school. They no longer meet up with their chores. Instead of just shouting at them and insulting them, call them down, sit them down and talk with them. I guarantee you that you'll be very shocked with what you will find out. The very next reason why you need to take your mental health very serious is because the stability in your mental health will give you a distorted view about life, about people, and about God. For instance, if you are battling with depression, it's often associated with feelings of hopelessness and sadness. If you're in that space, you often feel like where you find yourself, this is the end. There is no way out. But then I've come to realize that there's no problem that does not have a solution, especially with God. With God, all things are possible. And I just want to pause here and say that problem that you've been trying to solve all alone by yourself, it's time for you to hand it over to God. Okay, that said, the next reason why you need to take your mental health very serious is because unresolved mental health issues can actually lead to madness at some point, especially issues that stem from traumatic situations. Yeah, sometimes you lose a loved one and you're unable to process the pain. The thing is, if it's not properly handled, you can end up in a psychiatric hospital. If you don't take it serious, if you don't handle it properly and in time, you might even end up on the street. I say this all the time. There are many people that are on the street that they are not supposed to be there. That's how I feel. They are not supposed to be there. They have just been through some issues in life that were not properly handled, and that was how they ended up. And this is why it's very important for you to take your mental health very serious. If you notice some things are, if you notice that there are some battles that are beginning to overwhelm you, the pressures of this life is overwhelming you, please seek help. Seek help. Another reason why you need to take your mental health very serious is the fact that it can actually lead to death. A lot of people who started off as being anxious sank into depression, and before you knew it, they became so hopeless to the fact that they ended up taking their own lives. It's not like it's something that they planned. It's just because that the things kept happening and they kept acting like it was not existing. They kept sweeping it under the mat till it got to the point where it fully engulfed them. It's often said for you to be considered depressed, it should be within a period you must have been experiencing feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and for over 2 weeks. But I always say this, if you have noticed it, even if it's in a day, you're feeling unusually heavy, like more than before, you're feeling so hopeless, so sad, so overwhelmed, even if it's in a day, speak out. There are people that situations happen to them only in a day they could not process it and they ended up taking their lives. So don't wait till the 2 weeks has elapsed for you to consider yourself depressed. If you are in a situation that you feel like it's overpowering you, even if it just happened today, speak out. Tell somebody about it. Pray about it. Ask God to help you. It's very important. Please, it is important. And I hope that you're watching this video, you please share it with somebody. Just do that. Who knows? You might just save a life. Please. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. In our next video, we are going to be talking about how to know you're depressed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. God bless you.